Okay. So it's really nice to see everyone today, having our whole group together, or most people in our group together. Feels so nice. I've been working on trying to, well, I haven't been working on anything since I can't control the weather, but I want us to be able to get together and do a live class outdoors, but in the heat, it's just not going to happen yet. But we have all of fall, and it's going to be, we'll make it happen. So we'll get ourselves together again at some point. But for now, we're virtual, and we're all in our own homes, and we're still practicing together. So let's get started. We're going to start laying down on your backs and be supported. So I have a super tight neck, so I've been putting a blanket under my head and neck. And I also have a tight back, so having my knees bent helps support my low back. But you can do what feels comfortable for you. Some people like to put a cushion or a bolster underneath the knees. So let's take a few moments here to just settle down and settle into our practice together. So just begin to relax the muscles around the face, especially the jaw. Start to breathe a little bit deeper than you normally do. So when you can deepen and lengthen your breath, the nervous system begins to relax. Letting the shoulders be down away from the ears. Feel the nice, gentle rise and fall of the chest and belly as you breathe with ease. And then feeling supported by the floor beneath us helps us feel grounded. So feel what's on the floor, whether it's the bottom of the feet or the backs of the legs, between the shoulder blades. Just feel supported, held up, lifted up. And then the top of the body can start to feel maybe a little lighter, especially around the heart as the lungs fill up and expand. Just feeling a little bit more open and relaxed. And then from here, we're gently going to draw the knees into the chest. So bring the knees in. See if you can lift your low back a little bit up off the floor and then bring it back down. So that'll help lengthen the low back. And then just rock left to right a little bit, massaging the low back. You can make some circles with the knees in one direction and then the other. Just kind of checking in, seeing how you feel this morning. We're going to take the feet straight up towards the ceiling, but have soft knees here. So the knees are bent. You can support the thighs with your hands if you need to. We're just going to point and flex the feet, make some circles with the ankles. Just having the feet elevated is good for circulation, good for the lymphatic system. So just pausing here for a moment, not worrying too much about the hamstrings yet. So with your feet hanging out up in the air, we're just going to leave them there. We're going to take the arms up overhead towards the ceiling. So just leave the hands straight up, soft elbows. Let's point and flex the wrists. We'll make some circles with the wrists in one direction and the other. Soft elbows, relaxed shoulders. This is also very good for your lymphatic system with the lymph fluid flowing down the arms. That nice, easy breath. feeling light in the hands and feet. Your next inhale, tops of the hands are going to reach for the floor behind you. Feet are going to press a little bit higher up, starting to feel the tightness maybe in the back of the legs. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's hug the knees into the chest. You have the option to lift your forehead to the knees and tuck the chin. Inhale again, arms reach, feet lift, the back of the head is on the floor. And then exhale, hug the knees in. 3 more, just like that. So moving with breath. Inhale, the arms reach, the feet lift. Exhale, completely empty out of the mouth from the back of the throat, like you're fogging a mirror. Inhale, arms reach, legs lift, just getting some movement in the shoulders. Exhale out. And then one more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. We're going to relax the head on the floor, bring both feet down to the floor. Feet are going to go about mat width apart. Arms are going to reach away from each other. So start to feel open through the chest here. Again, relax the shoulders away from the ears and let the palms face up. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, just let the legs drop over to the right. Turn your head to the left. And then moving with breath. Inhale, legs come to the center, face looks towards the ceiling. Exhale, legs to the left, head turn to the right. So just do that a few times on your own, getting some nice movement here through the hips, through the low back, even lengthening through the tops of the thighs. Getting a little bit into the neck, but staying grounded down through the shoulder blades and the space between the shoulder blades. And then on your next inhale, we'll come back up to center. Bring the feet about hip width apart, knees are bent. Hug the right knee into the chest. So the right knee draws in. The left leg is going to go straight along the floor. Start to feel the top of the left thigh release. Interlace your hands behind the right thigh. Take a full breath in as you lengthen the leg, and exhale, lengthen it even more. Pressing the thigh into the hands. You can feel your arms go straight as your shoulders pull down. The low back is drawing down into the floor. You can flex the right foot if that feels okay. If the back of the right leg feels too tight, then just let the foot relax. The leg does not need to be straight. You can start to draw the thigh a little bit closer in by bending the elbows if you'd like. You don't have to. You can flex the foot and feel the toes peeling back, reaching the heel up more towards the ceiling. So a lot of us carry tension in the low back, so opening up the hamstring, the hips, the IT band, that really helps release tension in the low back. So just taking a little time here to breathe, take a nice full deep breath in, and then let's exhale. Hug the right knee in, relax the right foot, make some circles, point and flex. We're going to take the hands back underneath the right thigh. Actually, just the right hand is going to be under the thigh. The left hand is going to come onto your left hip. You're just going to open up your right knee to the right. So just beginning to feel your inner thigh and your outer hip. You can stay just like this with your right foot completely relaxed, or you can start to straighten your right leg and reach the right heel away from the right hip. You don't have to. You can keep the knee bent. You're still opening up the inner thigh and the outer hip. This just adds a little bit more depth to the back of the leg. Try to draw the space right below the navel towards the floor. That'll help keep the spine nice and strong and your core strong. Left hip stays down, and that nice easy breath. Breathing in to fill up the lungs. And breathing out to release stress and tension. Just let it go on the exhale. We'll take a nice full breath in here. And then as you exhale, relax. Hug the right knee in. Let your right foot kind of shake out a little bit. And then from here, you're going to hold on underneath the right thigh with your left hand. Cross your right knee over to the left. Use your right hand to keep your right hip down. This might be enough for you. You're opening up the outside of the hip. The right side of the body stays down. If you would like to extend the the right leg to the left, you can. A nice flexed foot. Push the heel away from the hip. You can rotate your inner thigh in and down so that your toes tilt down a little bit. You can see my toes are a little lower than my heel. That just brings a little bit more depth to the IT band. This is not a very comfortable pose, but this helps a lot to ease into the low back. So pausing here to breathe. Take a nice full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's bring that right knee into the chest, shake out the right foot, and then we'll let the right leg go straight along the floor. So let the blood flow through the hip and thigh here. You can shake out that right leg left to right. You can bump the back of the right leg against the floor. And then just let the right leg relax. You're going to slide the left knee in towards the body. So just draw the left knee in, reaching for the back of the left thigh. We're going to reach the left foot up towards the ceiling. Shoulders pull down away from the ears. Press your thigh into your hands. Draw the belly down. You can flex your foot if that feels like too much, then let it relax. Lengthening the back of the left leg. Maybe you bend your elbows to bring the leg closer to you. You don't have to. So not only are we starting to release the hamstring in the back, but again, this is really good for circulation. If anybody has varicose veins, this is a very good pose to be into. Having the foot up high. So just breathe with ease here. Take a nice full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. And then let's soften, hug the left knee in, shake out the left foot a little bit. And then holding on to the back of the left thigh with your left hand, right hand will stay on the right hip. We're just going to open up the left knee out to the left. You can stay right here or you can straighten the left leg. You don't have to. Just see how you feel. Support the left leg with your left hand. And then again, this is a good time to engage the muscles in your core if you can. Draw the belly in and down towards the floor. Your right hand can rest on your right hip. And then just try to breathe here. Again, you can always keep the left knee bent, still opening up the left hip and the inner thigh. Take a nice full breath in. We don't stay here too long. And then exhale, come on back to center. Let the left foot shake out a little bit. We're going to cross the left knee over to the right. Your right hand comes underneath the thigh for support. Left hand can push the left hip away from you and down. You can stay right here or you can begin to straighten your left leg. So this is the IT band you might be feeling. The whole outside of the leg can get super tight, so just breathe through. Flexing the foot, turning the toes down if you'd like. That nice easy breath. reach the heel a little bit more away on your next inhale. And then exhale, release. Let the left knee come in. Shake out the left foot. We're going to let the left leg go straight. Shake out the left leg a little bit. Let the blood flow back through the hips all the way down the legs. And then we're going to bend both knees, place your feet on the floor, and then hug the knees into the chest. We'll rock left to right a little bit. Let's take 3 deep breaths together, just reconnecting with the breath. Inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest, option forehead to the knees. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. And then we're just going to let both feet come down to the floor. We're going to take a gentle figure 4 to get a little bit more into the hips here to try to soften and release the back while we're on the back. So we're going to cross the right ankle over the left leg above the knee, and we're going to reach for the back of the left thigh. Shifting the whole shape of your legs over to the left a few inches, draw the left knee into the left shoulder. Close the eyes and just breathe here. So we're just letting go of the tightness that we might feel in that right hip. Just letting the eyes be closed. Making that connection between a quiet, relaxed mind, a deep, easy breath, and releasing tension in the body. So we can just put ourselves into a pose and then just try to let go while we're here. We're supported by the floors. It's not very active, but we're just relaxing here. We'll take one more full breath in. And then as you exhale, release the hands. Let the left foot come down to the floor with a bent knee. The right thigh will cross over the left thigh. We're going to take the hips and scoot them over to the right about an inch or 2. Arms are going to reach away from each other. See if you can start to drop the legs over to the left and keep your right shoulder down. If this feels like way too deep on your low back, then you can just uncross the legs and stack them. So just see how you feel here in the low back. Maybe gently roll the back of the head left to right to release the neck. And then you can pause with the head over your right shoulder. As you breathe in, feel the length between your right shoulder and your right hip. Opening up the rib cage and the low back on the right side. And then also on your in-breath, you can feel the length between your right hip and your right knee. So kind of moving that away to open up the low back. Relaxed jaw. Rise and fall of the belly. Take one more full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's bring the legs back to center, uncross them, even out the hips, and then we'll cross the left ankle over the right leg and draw the right knee in. So the right knee is going to draw into your right shoulder. So just a gentle tilt over to the right. Right knee gently pulls in as you release your left hip. Maybe your left elbow presses against your left thigh. Shoulders are relaxed, relaxing the muscles of the face. So a lot of us carry extra tightness in the hip area when we are feeling stressed or anxious. So right now, I'm not going to assume anybody is stressed or anxious, but it is a little bit of a stressful time. The world is kind of upside down right now, so just trying to deal with everything that is happening in our lives. It's just nice sometimes to take a break, focus on letting go and releasing that tension. We're going to take a nice deep full breath in, and then as you exhale, let's release the right foot down to the floor. We're going to take the left thigh over the right thigh. Gently scoot the hips a few inches over to the left. Arms are going to reach away from each other. Legs are going to drop over to the right. You can turn your head a few times, pausing over the left shoulder. And just try to breathe extra deep here in this twist. So you can really just relax here. Let the weight of the legs release the low back. And just let this twist open up the belly here. We're increasing the blood flow to the internal organs. Really good for digestion. I don't know about everybody else around here, but I have been indulging a little bit too much because I'm spending a lot of time at home. Somebody in this group, not going to say who, sent me cookies. And I can't stop eating them. So let's just twist that out. And someone else in this group has inspired me to eat healthy and eat better. Because she has been doing that. So we're all supporting each other here. Take a nice full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's bring the legs back to center. Uncross. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock left to right a little bit. And then we're going to make our way up to seated. So you can either cross one ankle over the other and rock a few times front to back to come up. Or you can just roll to one side and gently bring yourself up to sit. So coming to sit, I like to come into a seated pose after we've opened up the back and hips, but you can modify here. So if you're not comfortable seated, you can put something underneath your seat, like a blanket or a cushion. If you happen to have a boot on your foot, sitting cross-legged might not be comfortable, so maybe you need to bring the soles of the feet together to modify. So just modify it any way that you can. We're just going to be working the core a little bit here as we twist. So the core meaning the belly, the sides, and the back. This is all working together to help keep our posture upright and to keep our back strong. So people often talk about having a strong core. Sometimes people aren't sure if they even have a core, but it's there, it's deep. So we're gonna find it. So we're gonna take a full breath in, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, you're gonna twist to the left. Your left hand is gonna come behind you, it's not gonna touch the floor. Your right hand is gonna reach to the outside of your left knee, it's not gonna touch the knee, it's hovering. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, pull the belly in and start to turn to the left. Relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in as you lengthen. Exhale, holding the twist. Twist a little bit deeper. Hands aren't touching anything. That belly is drawn in, working hard. One more full breath in and full breath out to twist. Inhale, arms come to center. Exhale, hands come down. Okay, pause for a minute. Other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand comes behind you, does not touch the floor. Left hand reaches to the outside the knee, does not touch the knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, turn. sit up a little taller. Exhale, turn maybe a little bit more. What muscles are you being used? I feel the front, the back, and my sides all working to get the body to turn. On your next inhale, bring the arms up overhead, and exhale, hands to the heart center. Okay, so now we're going to flow through that, moving with breath, just going one side to the other, but not touching down with the hands. Inhale, excuse me, arms reach up. Exhale, twist left. Good. Inhale, arms reach up and over. Exhale, twist right, pull the belly in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist left, twist a little deeper, pull the belly in. Good. Inhale, up. Exhale, right. Stay nice and tall. One more time each side. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Not using the hands. Inhale, up. Exhale, right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands come down. If your legs are crossed, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, way out in front. Have a nice big diamond. Hands are going to come onto your shins. Take a full breath in as you lift the chin. Press the chest forward and open. Shoulder blades open. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin round the back. So this is where you want the shoulder blades open. I meant collarbones before. Okay, inhale, lift, and open. You're opening through the collarbones, not the shoulder blades. Shoulders pulled down. And then as you exhale, here you're opening through the shoulder blades. Pull back and down. One more time like that. Inhale, lift, and open. And exhale, pull back and round. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead as if you're holding on to a giant beach ball. Reach forward as if you're trying to give the ball to the person that's 6 feet in front of you. And then let the hands drop down, head hangs. Completely relax the neck, shoulders, back, and hips. You can sway your head left to right to get a little bit into the neck. You can sway your whole torso left to right to get a little bit more into the low back. You can take a deep breath in and feel the crown of your head reach away from your tailbone. And then your deep breath out is folding forward over the space between your legs. So just completely relax here, feeling anywhere in the body that might be still feeling a little tension and tightness, and let that go. Soften with that deep exhale. And then when you're ready, we're slowly going to make our way up. Bring the knees together and we'll transition onto hands and knees. So feel free to put a blanket under your knees if you need a little extra support. Otherwise, we're coming onto hands and knees just for a moment, but we're going to widen the knees. The knees are going to go about mat width apart. Big toes are going to touch. Hips are going to sink down towards your heels. Elbows, forearms, and palms down on the floor. Forehead down. So just pause here in child's pose. Ground down through the forehead. Releasing tightness and tension in the back of the neck. You can roll your forehead left to right. And then to get a little deeper in the shoulders, you can walk and push your hands forward so that the elbows and forearms lift, but the palms are down. And then you can pause here with the forehead down. And then if you'd like to go even deeper in the shoulders, you can push the pads of your fingers down as you lift the palms. So your hands are like little tents. Forehead is still down, and then pull the shoulders back. So let the fingers grip your mat as the shoulder blades pull back. Take a few nice deep breaths here in child's pose just to reconnect, feel grounded down and supported. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to come up onto hands and knees. So knees are going to go a little bit more narrow. They're going to come to underneath your hips. Hands are going to go a tiny bit in front of the shoulders, and we'll take 3 breaths here in cat-cow. So as you inhale, curl the toes under, soften your elbows as you drop the belly and chest, lift the chin. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin, round the back, tops of the feet, press down. Inhale, drop the belly as you lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. So you're adding the movement of the feet if you want to. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. And exhale, tuck and round, tops of the feet, press down. Okay, we're gonna come into neutral spine here. Left foot is gonna go back and it's lifted. So turn your left toes down. Take your right hand and place it on your low back, the back of your hand. Pull the belly in so much that your low back lifts a little bit into your hand. Nice flexed back foot. Keep breathing deeply here, and then we're going to take your right hand forward towards the front of the room, but keep the core engaged. Keep that belly drawing into the spine. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Find strength and balance here. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, the right hand is going to come down. Left toes find the floor behind you. We're going to pivot the right foot to the right. Roll to the arch of your left foot as you reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. So you can stay right here. You can lift your left foot if you'd like. Try to draw the belly in. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can cross your right ankle in front of the left ankle. And if you really want to challenge yourself and build some strength, you can stack your feet so the inner arches are stacked, and then maybe you even lift your top leg. Lifting the hip. So if your hips start to sag down, lift. Ugh. Whew. Take a full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, come on down. I'm going to take a narrow knee child's pose here. So knees come together, belly sits on the thighs, hands rest by your feet. Let your shoulders go. Relax the wrists. You can rock left to right here on the forehead and hips. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out of the mouth. And then when you're ready, coming back up onto hands and knees. Knees come underneath the hips. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. We're going to take the right foot straight back, toes pointed down, the foot is flexed. Take the back of your left hand and place it on your low back. Draw your navel in and up towards the back of your hand. Keep the core nice and engaged and strong as you let your left hand reach forward. breathing deeply here. Shoulders are relaxed. Back leg is strong. The muscles supporting your spine are strong. Beautiful. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down. Right toes find the floor behind you. Pivot the left foot to the left. Roll to the arch of your right foot as you reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. We're going to lift the right leg if you want to. You don't have to. You can come into that side plank with the ankles crossed, hips lifted. You can scoot your left foot under your right foot. Maybe you lift the right leg. So wherever you are in your practice is perfect. Don't feel like you have to push yourself to be somewhere where you're not ready to be. So wherever you are today is perfect. Take a nice full deep breath in. And then when you're ready, you can ease down into your child's pose. We're going to let the knees be narrow. Hips go back onto the heels. Head drops. We're going to take your hands behind your back and interlace them. You can either let your hands rest on your low back. You can start to lift your seat, rolling to just the top of your head as you lift your knuckles up and back. And just a gentle roll so the hips come down a little, the hips lift up a little. So you're just kind of rolling. You're keeping the neck neutral, but I'm just rolling my forehead just up to the center of my head onto the mat. Really releasing any tension in the back of the neck. This is really good if people get migraines or tension headaches. Nice and gentle though, keeping the neck neutral. Sink back down. Relax the arms by your sides. Relax the shoulders. Just take a few really nice deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up. Hands are going to come forward. You're on hands and knees. So make your knees a little bit wider so they're underneath the hips. You're going to lower down onto your forearms. I like to take my finger pads together with my palms open. So the hands are start off in prayer and then just press the pads together. And then just let the backs of the pinkies rest on the floor. You're going to step your right foot back, toes down, left foot back, toes down. If you need to modify, you come down to the knees. Stephen, you can come onto the knees so you don't have to be on your foot. Otherwise, our core is engaged. The belly is drawn up into that low back. We're going to move a little bit here. Inhale, shift your crown of the head forward. Exhale, pull the heels back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. These are just options. You don't have to. You can stay still right in the middle. Knees can be down. Notice where your hips are now. We're not going to go any lower than this, but we're going to inhale, lift the hips a few inches, and then exhale, lower them right to where you just were. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower just to where you were. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Keep breathing. One more variation if you'd like it. Inhale, lift your right foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the left foot. Exhale, lower. 2 times each foot, then we're done with this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Oh, and then lower down. Whew. Relax the head on your hands. Make your hands a pillow under your forehead. Bend your knees. Completely relax your belly and your back. We're just going to rock the feet left to right. Releasing the tension in the back. You can make big circles with your feet in one direction and then the other. Here we're going to let the feet come down. We're going to let your hands come by your chest. So your hands are on the floor right by your chest. Your elbows are reaching back towards the back of the room. Shoulders are pulling back to the back of the room. We're just going to work on strengthening the muscles in the upper back to help with posture here. As you inhale, you're just going to lift the chest a little bit. Now lift the hands so they're hovering. Feel those muscles in the upper back, shoulder blades, as well as the low back. This is going to help with posture. Exhale, lower. You can let your forehead come down. You can let the hands come down. Inhale, lift the head. You're still looking down. Try not to take the neck forward. Looking down, lift the hands. Exhale, lower. Let's take 3 more, just like that. Inhale, lift. Lift the hands. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Hands 2. Exhale, lower. Last one. Really feel what you feel. Engage those muscles. Connect. And then exhale. Make a pillow with your hands. Bend the knees. And we'll windshield wiper the legs left to right. Okay, so from here, all you're going to do is flip over. So keeping your head at the end of the mat where it is, you're just going to turn over. Knees are going to be bent. Feet on the floor. Heels are going to draw in towards your seat. We're going to take your hands on either side of your belly. Let the elbows rest down on the floor and close the eyes. And we're going to add a count to our breath. So as you inhale, we're going to count to 4. Everyone's rate is going to be a little bit different, so counting to yourself. And then the exhale is backwards from 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1. So there's a few rounds of that counted breath. Feel the belly expand into your hands. When you inhale, as you exhale, feel the belly relax down as the breath empties. Now we're going to place the hands by your sides, palms down. And we're going to add movement to that deep breath and that counted breath. So as you inhale, arms are going to reach up and back. Hips are going to lift. And then as you exhale, arms come down, hips come down. So move nice and slow and controlled here. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. You can count your breath on the way up and on the way down. When you breathe in, let the lungs fill up so they feel like you're floating up like a balloon. And then when you exhale, feel as though you're just gently and slowly lowering back down to the ground. Eyes are closed. Connect with the movement. Connect with your breath. when you're up in the air, feel what part of the body feels so light, and then when you're down on your mat, feel grounded and supported. At the bottom of your next exhale, let's pause. Gently draw the knees into the chest. Knees are going to go wide. You're going to hold on underneath your knees. Nice wide knees, and just sway left to right a little bit here. Feet are just hanging down. Just neutralizing out the back here. And then if Happy Baby is available to you, you can reach for the outsides of your feet. If not, you can modify holding on to your shins, or just keep your hands right where we had them underneath the thighs, but then just lift the feet. So the bottom of your feet are looking at the ceiling. Feel your shoulders pull down away from the ears. Feel length in your spine. Feel open in your hips. We're going to end our practice with a final deep hip opener. We're going to ease into it and ease out of it. You don't have to go all the way. So from here, we're all going to release the left foot and bring the left foot down to the floor with the knee bent. We're going to bend the right elbow a little bit so the right knee can get a little bit lower down towards the right side of your torso. Left leg is going to go straight. So here you're in a reclined lizard pose. You're opening up the left hip flexor and the right hip joint. If you would like to go deeper, you don't have to. Some people have super open hips. Some people have super tight hips. So you might be good right here. You want to go a little deeper, you can pass your right foot to your left hand. Maybe coming into more of a reclined pigeon pose where your right foot is coming towards your left shoulder and the right knee is staying in line with your right shoulder. Maybe you want to go a little deeper and place your right foot in the crook of your left elbow and your right knee in the crook of your right elbow. Don't feel like you have to. You can sway a little left to right. So we're releasing tightness and tension from the hip and low back. And the release of this pose increases the blood flow to the hip. So we're kind of like a hose here, blocking it off. And then as soon as we release, let's let go of that right leg. There's a rush of oxygenated blood to nourish the whole hip joint. So let that right leg go straight. Shake it out a little bit. You can bump the back of the leg against the floor. And then from here, you're just going to bend your right knee so the right foot is on the floor. And you're going to reach for the back of your left knee as you draw the left knee in. You're either holding on to the back of the knee, ankle, or foot. Maybe bending your left elbow a little bit to get the left knee a little deeper. You can stay right here if this is enough. Or you can let your right leg go straight. That's a really nice release for the hip flexor here. So you can just pause here and breathe. Maybe you pass your left foot over to the right. Maybe you sway a little left to right. So just find the version of the pose that works for you. Eyes are closed, breathing deeply. Use your exhale to completely release and let go. We'll take one more full breath in here, and then as you exhale, let that left leg go straight along the floor. Shake out the leg. Let's take both arms, reach them up and overhead behind you. Full body stretch here. Any little movement that feels good, reaching one arm away, reaching the other arm, reaching one foot, then the other, wiggling through the shoulders and hips. Take a nice full breath in, and then as you exhale, you can transition slowly and gently to Shavasana. So maybe you just slowly slide the hands down and have them wide by your sides. Maybe you take your feet a little wider. Maybe you bend the knees to place your feet on the floor. So just ease into final relaxation pose. And then once you're here, let the whole back body just melt into the ground, into the floor. Let the upper body, the front of the body feel light. Take in the positive energy that we've created together throughout this practice. When you exhale, you can send some of that positive energy out to anyone that you know who might need a little extra love and support. So when we come together in our practice, even though we're not in shared space, we are creating a powerful group. This powerful support system that we have created for each other. And sometimes we might be giving, and sometimes we might be receiving. But we're all connected. We're all here with each other. And we're all here for each other. We're going to take our time to slowly transition out of Shavasana. Whenever you're ready, feel free to stay as long as you'd like. If you're going to transition, move the body slowly and gently as we make our way up to seated. Again, don't feel like you have to. And then once seated, just let the eyes be closed. Let the palms come together in front of your heart center, honoring your practice and honoring each other. Namaste.